Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tusk Gaming. In this episode, we're playing Miscreated, Canyonlands, and we're looking at my new fallout shelter that I made at my base. A little bit different design, similar concept to the ones I've done in the past though, with multiple walls, multiple roofs, and then incorporating the sheet metal on there, as well as, some doors. So, you've got your 90-degree turns going into it, as in modern day real life storm and fallout shelters. You really need that degree turn to help with the radiation dispersion. So we're going to be looking at the heat wave and the different type of radiation storms. The dust storm really doesn't do anything other than obscure your visibility, which can be bad in crowded areas where there's lots of mutants or other players trying to hunt you down. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the video. Welcome to Tusk Gaming. Please like, subscribe, and get notified. Alright, so let's kind of have a peek here. So I do have multiple walls. I did them as good as I could. The game with the auto kind of flip base building makes it a challenge to snug them up, but I did the best I could. I've got these walls over here. I've got basically two flat roofs that span halfway across each of the first front and rear walls, and then I was able to put on the angled roof, one for each side, and then I plated those as well. This is a steel door and a steel door frame that I got for a metal door frame. This is a also a steel metal, and I think those are the two major metal parts that I have. The rest are just, with sheet metal upgraded, basically, like what I can do with this one. If I actually had enough sheet metal for it, I would upgrade that. That needs to still be upgraded. But that's pretty much it. You've got your 90-degree turn here, down in here, into the box. So that gives you a little bit better isolation against some of that gamma radiation particles and whatnot that they talk about. Yeah, so I don't really lock that very much. Alright, so that is basically the look of it on the outside, which we'll go take a quick peek. Always lock my doors behind me. It's a good habit to get into. So as you can see right here is where my shelter's at, and I plated those outer walls as well. That wall up there, I still need to plate. It's like it's in between the little bit of the gap that I had. Not saying it's going to be super easy to build. The concept is super easy and easy to understand. You want 2 layers on the outside, roofs, walls. This is a single layer, but that's a steel door frame, so it's going to have a lot better protection than your upgraded plated standard walls. And then the extra thing that I did is I can also upgrade my flooring, or whatever you want to call that, which is called the rock foundation. So I've got the rock foundation all the way around down in there, so that's really going to help out so that's really going to help out there. You can say what you want. I've already done some dummy runs, if you will, in the shelter to see how well it's going to perform, and it actually performs pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and cue the storms up. Oh yeah, so my storm shelter does great against tornadoes and dust storms, anything you throw at it. That is pretty cool. Wonder how close it's gonna get. Is it gonna cross the river? Is it gonna come right to me? It's looking like it just might. This is awesome. That thing is fast moving. Is it gonna go behind the mountain? Oh crap, it went over it, so it went up on it. Oh, that's awesome. That is pretty awesome. Don't know what it's doing. That is pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like these dust storms or tornadoes here. Bit rough on you. So that little shelter I made actually comes in pretty handy. I'm trying to cook some meat. Storm rolled in on me. It's gonna get dirty. Alright, so let's see if it protects me from my grill as well. There we go. I'm perfectly safe now inside my storm shelter against no matter what it is, tornado, my grill, because I'm actually close enough to my grill where I should be taking heat damage and I'm not. We've got a heat wave going on. As you can see, the temperature gauge on the right is going off. You know, it's going up. I'm at 39 degrees Celsius. My sprint capabilities decreased because I'm slowly getting dehydrated, and it's just going up and up and up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go in my shelter here, down here in the hole, and as you can see, we're going to start seeing the temperature decrease on its own, and then I get my sprint capability back. So as far as this shelter protecting you against a heat wave, even though it looks like it's all right, everyone, check this out. We have got ourselves a storm brewing. It is a radiation storm. It looks like should be a pretty decent one. That's where the green haze is coming from. Sometimes you'll get the green haze whenever you're going to have a acid rain storm, but normally the rain itself is kind of green, has a green hue to it. So we'll go up here, and as you can see, this is pretty nasty. So we're gonna check out that fallout shelter. I just want to show you, kind of fully exposed. Here's my gear that I've got myself a nice little hazmat mask as well as the hazmat suit, and I'm actually getting radiation percentages is going up quite quickly, so we're gonna go ahead and go in my little shelter. Go ahead, close that. We'll come down here like this, and as you can see, the accumulation of radiation, even though it's still accumulating, isn't quite as fast as what it was. And I'm going to see if I can survive the storm without using any radiation pills or any of that. We'll see how well this shelter does. This is going to be pretty cool. this is the major storm that I've really been waiting for to film and show you guys basically how decent this little shelter that I've made, a little bomb shelter, if you will, inside my base. And it's not too tricky to set up. So, I'm just gonna monitor that percentage rate. Almost sounds like there's a tornado outside too with the wind whipping around. This is exciting. So we've seen the tornadoes, we've seen the dust storms, we've seen, you know, a few other things. And this radiation storm, it looks like it was pretty quick. They typically are. The frost radiation storms last quite a bit longer. Or they can. I mean, it's all random how long, what storm it is, and how long it lasts. It's all random. So that is interesting, and I'm not taking any more radiation damage at all. But I bet you, if I step outside, yeah. See, I'm accumulating radiation now, where when I was in the shelter, I stopped accumulating it. So that shelter works, man. That's all I got to say, is it works. Works pretty good. And those little sparkles that you kind of see floating through, that's the radiation ionized sparkles, I guess. And sitting here in the shelter, it's good. So you guys have got to make one of these for your base. You just got to. No way around it. Alright guys, so that's the radiation storm. Okay, let's get to the next one. Oh. Ooh, look at that cold building up. Taking some good radiation damage. So, alright. That would definitely kill us out there in the open, so I haven't taken any pills or anything. We're gonna see how well that this little bunker does for the ice radiation storm. So I'm gonna not use a heat pack either. We're gonna just see how well a protection this thing actually gives. I'll wait till to use anything. I'll wait for critical mass to happen, and it looks like even though I'm getting protection against the radiation, still getting cold quite a bit, but it isn't dropping as quickly as it was. Alright, so now you know you're in the danger zone whenever your sprint thing goes off, so we gotta be careful here. Alright, that was weird. Did the storm just pass? Looks like it might have passed. But survivability in the fallout shelter here is outstanding. It is outstanding. We'll go ahead and turn on my little light. This is basically the inside of my fallout shelter. Still icy. Yeah, so tell me what you guys think. What kind of fallout shelters have you built in your bases? I'd like to know. It'd be quite interesting, the different variants that you can wind up having, and you know, and all of those people that enjoy and love this game as I do. Go ahead and leave your comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a like and share it if you could, please. Get it out there in the world to see. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Thank you for watching Tusk Reaper Gaming. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.